Hello, hello, gamers. Hello, Breg. Hello. Cooking? Is that what that is? I don't know what that specific emoji is. It's an egg in a pan. I imagine it's not called egg in a pan, but you know. Anyways, hats in time. We gotta get our green timepiece for the day, of course. A nuclear bomb. That's good. Oh, it's continuing. How lovely. Wish I was an egg in a pan. Hello, Rhyme. There's probably worse things you could be. This is an interesting one. I think that's just there. Does it cover the whole... Oh, I don't want to stand there. Oh my god, that was horrible. It does have an edge. Oh. Oh, oh! It shrank again. Cool. Hey, Catcube. It's time to green? It is time to green. Let's just get greening, you know? No way. You're so right. I have to turn the thing on, though. I just realized. Oh, the summer event is happening. How fantastic. Was it enabled by default? Don't know. Cool. Hello to Clint. Hello, Chiefy. What the hell is happening? Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Okay, we landed on singular pushy crow on a textureless block in space that you can only defeat if you're fast enough. The whole thing with this level is you have to jump immediately and homing attack. Why is it so far? I need to land... Okay, I thought it would push me a lot farther. Okay. How do I just... Maybe I don't get hit by the guy. Maybe I can make that. That was just a foolish thought. Okay. I thought then maybe I had to, like, jump into him? No, we curve pretty quick. Maybe use the ice hat to die faster. Not a bad idea, Breg. It worked. Maybe use the hat to find your objective? I don't think either of those work. Maybe I have to jump off him to get some height. I can try. I don't think that'll do it, though. I don't think I got any height from that. Now I don't know what direction it's in. Like the opposite one? I swear it's gone! Oh no, there it is. Okay. Almost. Okay. I don't think I can... Is there anything I can do with my hats here? I think I just need to... This might be something that doesn't involve a hats. My bad. I wasn't fast enough. I need to... I don't know what I need to do. That's actually the... Did that send me farther? Did dashing into it send me... I can't tell. Part of it is the way this is set up makes it pretty hard to... Okay. Death counter would be cool. Maybe if you time stop, you arc stranger. I don't know if that's true. We're gonna have to try it again. I failed? Maybe we need to conserve momentum diving into the crow towards the green. But I don't know how this game works. I don't think I can, like, bounce off the crow at all. I'm pretty sure if you try to bounce off these guys, they just hit you. Unless you homing attack, which kills your momentum. Yeah. That was me jumping directly over that guy's head, so you can't use him to bounce farther. Can you do anything after it hits you? No. Once it hits you, you're locked into that arc. Okay, time stop does nothing. I wanted to see if maybe there's, like, some funky thing you can do where you ice hat when it hits you and that makes your arc weird. It looks like it needs to hit me straight forward. Well, I actually ice hatted, but it didn't look like anything happened. I can stop the ice hat for some reason. I can't do anything once I do it, though. Why can't I do that? That's so strange. Hi, Ultra Boo. Greatest level ever? I do quite like this one. This is a big deal, level-wise. It looks like it can hit me while I'm iced. Did I go farther that time? I can't tell. I'm trying. Hold on, man. I'm trying. I'm trying to, like, jump into him. I'm trying to jump into him, and it's not working. Try jumping the... Right, if I read chat, I die. Try jumping the precise moment before it hits you. Maybe the momentum transfers. That's what it feels like. It's gotta be something where I do something, like, right before it hits me. But I don't think I can tell if I actually do that. I feel like based on where it's positioned, there has to be, like, a consistent way to set this up. It feels like there's gotta be something consistent you can do here. I just don't know what the thing is. When I've got it, you should use the long fall badge to slowly float into the void instead of falling. You're so smart. You're so smart. The good old... The good old... Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, it didn't do anything. Try making the sun hit your computer in a really specific spot. That's a good idea. I'll work on the sun theory. Dude. Sprint hat for taller jump. I don't think the taller jump would do anything because I still need him to hit me. And I don't think I can get him to hit me out of a jump. Okay. A sprint jump specifically, I should say. This is a tough one, man! Maybe it is a badge. What if we scooter it? Who knows, man? Trying anything at this point. Hold on a minute. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, I didn't manage to get on the scooter that time. It sounded like it was active when I got hit, though. Okay, I need to actually get the scooter to work. Tried using the golden hammer from Super Smash Brothers. No, that is a good idea, though. Okay, getting on the scooter is hard. I don't think that did anything, but I couldn't see. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Well, I'm on the scooter. Nothing's happening on it, though. Maybe I could try to take a picture? Don't... listen, I've got to think about everything right now. I don't think it's a badge. I don't think the other badges will do anything for me. Try using your Aperture Science handheld portal device. That's probably a mod, but I wouldn't know. Don't know what taking a picture would do in this situation. Me neither. But I had to do something. Have you tried being translinearly instead of falling at an angle? That's the key issue here. What happens if I sprint straight into this guy? What'll it do? Was that farther? I don't know. I don't know. I need to turn the camera around. I couldn't. Have you really been trying? I've been trying the whole time. I've been trying. Okay, that looks like the same arc. Yeah, that's the same arc. Okay. Not with that performance? What do you... I... I just...
Goodbye, cruel world.
Wait, I'm fine. No! What do you mean? I was still on there!
Goodbye, cruel world.
Okay. What is the puzzle here? Have you tried calling your friend Jamiroquai? Who are you talking about?
Goodbye, cruel world.
I don't know what else to do.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Everything I'm doing is giving me the same arc.
Goodbye, cruel
Tried hitting the gravity switch? I don't have one of those. And that would make me just fall in the opposite direction and still die.
Goodbye, cruel world.
I don't think you're gonna guess what to do. Is it that stupid? Have I gotten anywhere close?
Cruel world.
Like, even a little bit? No.
Goodbye, cruel
What do I have left? Have you tried jumping under the block to access the hidden barrel? Oh, of course. Naturally. I'm gonna grab that instantly, aren't I? Oh, no, okay. Do I even use the bird? I mean, I have to use the bird. What could they possibly have me do here? I'm so thoroughly stumped. I thought that these, like, don't involve glitches. I thought that's the whole thing with them, is they don't involve... Is there some interaction that I haven't tried? Crawl. Yeah, you know what? I'll get on my hands and knees.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Let me jump over him and crawl. Okay, well, I have to succeed.
Goodbye, cruel
I don't know if I can jump over him and crawl. Let's see if crawling does anything before I try to do something hard with it.
Goodbye, cruel world.
No. That was a good idea, though, genuinely. Doesn't involve speedrun tricks. It's like some specific... It's like an...
Goodbye, cruel world.
It's just... It's gotta be like a singular interaction. But I've been trying to test all of the ones that I can think of.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Can he launch me when I ledge grab? I don't know. Tried using the Metroid Prime X-ray visor to find the hidden platforms.
Cruel world.
No, I should have really thought about that, though. Maybe there's some block that I have to bomb to open up a secret pathway. I tried looking the answer up on Wikipedia. I feel like I'm about to try that one.
Goodbye, cruel world.
I can't even get into the position to do a ledge grab. I mean, I've been here for 20 minutes.
Goodbye, cruel world.
I don't think ledge grabbing will do anything. Is there anything I haven't thought of? I mean, there has to be. But what haven't I thought of? Brewing couldn't mean anything. Dweller couldn't mean anything. I tried the time stop. I tried ice. I tried dashing into him. I tried sprinting into him. I used the scooter badge. I used the hover badge. There's one very specific thing you haven't thought of and you won't be happy about it. Okay. Cat Cube. Is it movement? Is it a badge? Or is it a hat? Which one of those is it that has to change for this to work? Like what's it's not movement, not badge, not hat? What? Quitting the game? Does leaving the level and come back get it for me?
Goodbye, cruel world.
Close. What what do you mean close?
Goodbye, cruel world.
The retry button?
Goodbye, cruel world.
No? I There's gonna be a secret settings tab called bird settings. I have to change the settings of the bird, of course. Of course. Assist mode. We're trying assist mode.
Goodbye, cruel world.
It's not assist mode. What would that even do? Greg, I don't even know what I have to do here. I need to click everything that I can. Disable mods. Of course. I don't know. Oh god, that sucks. We're doing 30 frames per second hat in time.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Okay, nothing happened. Local co-op. Yeah. I'm sure. Let's unlock the frame rate then.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Unlimited frames or no frames. It wasn't that. They have got me in my settings. Still can't figure it out. I don't know, man. Prevent accidental falls? Is it that?
Goodbye, cruel world.
Tried binding jump to left bumper. Oh, of course. Of course. I should have tried binding jump to left bumper. Auto jumping? Auto jumping?
Goodbye, cruel world.
Disable controller rumble. That ought to do it. I don't know. You have to change my out of focus volume. What is left? What is left?
Goodbye, cruel world.
I haven't tried emoting? Maybe it's emoting.
Goodbye, cruel world.
I just hit the sticker.
Goodbye, cruel
Okay, Boop is there.
Goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye, cruel world.
Okay, that definitely didn't do anything. That definitely didn't do anything. I'm gonna try dancing.
Goodbye, cruel world.
That also did nothing. I had to have tried everything. What else can I do? Thought Boop did some crazy things in speedruns. Yeah, but I think that's in like older builds. And there's a whole bunch of stuff with it. I didn't think it would do anything here. I just thought I would try it. What's left? What's left?
Goodbye, cruel world.
I didn't attack it until now. That didn't do anything either. Have you tried taking a refreshing walk? I might after this 30-minute stream.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Hydrate, thank you. Dog. This is the hardest green in the game.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Tried calling the bird a cool person. Yeah, hey, singular pushy crow who tries to push you off a textureless block in the middle of space. You're a cool person.
Goodbye, cruel world.
It is worth a shot. I hadn't tried that one yet, so
Goodbye, cruel world.
I haven't tried the developer console. I suppose.
Goodbye, cruel world.
I am glad that I get to hear goodbye cruel world every 10 seconds because that's pretty applicable. What if I leave? Enable cheats ghost. Maybe that's the strat. Maybe the only way to beat it is by going into the console. It's a truly meta death wish. Not death wish, green timepiece. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Where are you? That's 200 of them. I can't deal with that right now. You're halfway there with exiting out, Wonder? What do you mean? What? Huh? I have to actively leave? What do you mean by that? Have you tried embroidering a bridge with your 84 yarn? Why'd you say 84 and I have 83? That scared me. You must be able to see something that I can't. You did just say that you get it now. What is there to get? What, leave it after I get hit? It looked like I was starting to go down there. I hit the developer console. Maybe if you entered the level the right way, it could work. What does that mean? The right way? I've done 2 ways. God. Is it like a... I don't even know which... Does it have a death wish? If it was a death wish, it would be purple. It can't be this. Entered the level the right way? You're overthinking? Surely not. I mean, I guess I have to be because I have to think of everything. Enter the level the right way? Maybe you need to upvote it first.
Goodbye, cruel world.
You tried knocking on the singular pushy crow's door. No! Maybe it's pushing you singularly because you're being rude?
Goodbye, cruel world.
Am I? I called it cool. I didn't think I've been rude.
Goodbye, cruel world.
I'm gonna freak out, man. We're gonna be here the whole time. We've been here for half an hour. We have, and I'm only more confused. I don't even know. I don't even know. What else can I do? Why is it about leaving and entering the level? What does that change? I'm trying to understand. I was trying to approach this, like... really analytically in a way that made sense. Where I tried all the things that I could think of, just anything that would interact with something differently, and everything has had the same result. And I don't even know what point I'm at now. I don't even know what we're doing. Want to check the bottom right of your Death Wish map? Ship shape but good? When push comes to shove? Which one of these? Nightmare King Cosmic Snatcher, when push comes to shove, which is about the 200 crows. There's this one that's hollowed out. Ship shape but good. A brief farewell. What do these have to do with anything? Is it somewhere else? I thought I was told I was overthinking it when I opened up the Death Wish map. Is it one that I've done already? You were overthinking it when you thought it'd be purple? What? I don't even see it. This one?
Goodbye, cruel world.
Why? Why is it not... Why is this not required? That's just wrong. That's just wrong. That's not how it is.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Is it even still a puzzle if the solution just goes against
Goodbye, cruel
what I've learned before? It's supposed to be purple if it's in the Death Wish. That was all it was the whole time? I was there for 40 minutes? And the way to get it was just wrong? Cause like, if it was in the regular level, but it's unobtainable there. When they're in a Death Wish, they should be like that. I snad. Should have been crawling? That would have been cool. Said at the start it was a puzzle. The puzzle is that it's in the original level, but you need the Death Wish for it. It's only purple if it's only in the Death Wish. That's not a puzzle! That's a trick! What the heck, man? I don't... What? Why? Whatever. I have to run an ad. Man, that one made me sad. I thought there was, like, some really cool, super obscure hidden thing they wanted me to do. And they just... That was it? That's so disappointing. I was there for 40 minutes. I spent 40 minutes there. Does he never have to go back there? Yeah. Why wasn't it just purple? If it was just purple, it would have been good. It's like they thought that was too easy. So then they just tricked me instead. Man. Seen good puzzles where the gimmick is that you have to question the rules of the puzzle itself and find a loophole, and that isn't a good one since the solution is to disbelieve something that was explicitly told to you. Whoever made that should have to befriend a singular pushy crow in a textureless block floating in the middle of space. That's true. I mean, it was Link. Sorry, Link. But also not sorry. You missed. Broken heart emoji. Okay. Let's go gambling! Oh, something new. And I gotta talk about people from 1979 as if they could still be alive. That's cool, Breg. Okay. We've got, Fractured Relics. This looks pleasant. That looks sweet. Let's go to Fractured Relics. Tell you who placed the green when you collect it. Who wasn't in order to hit Pushy Crow. Yeah, that's why I said it was Link. Because it was Link. On a textureless block. It's true. Okay. Fractured Relics. A short purple time rift made up of 6 floors, each floor being themed around one of the relics in the game. Thanks to Impactor and Legacy for playtesting and feedback to make the mod not suck. That's cool. Alright. Oh! Them's the relics! That's cute. Only top half of burger. Scary. Okay, well this time we gotta keep our eyeballs peeled. We are in burger. This is shocking information. The patty orbitals. As they do. Ketchup fire? That's kind of cool. Burger. We burger. Rest of the stream is going to have a completely different vibe because of a single bird. Yep. I'm going to keep bringing up that bird that I hate. Those are kind of cool. Little ghosty trains. Sideways pine trees? Can't say I've ever seen that platform in this game before. I'm starting to forget that I need to, like, look for greens. I want to say there's one up here, but it looks like this just goes to a place. How are they gonna hide the greens here? This seems so open. Oh, I like big train going around. It's cool. Whoa, Holes in bridge is scary. Don't do this to me. Oh my god. It was a strategy. The Allens? Oh, there's one. Are those, like, evil? Are those them detectors? Okay, I thought so. But I felt like I had to check by jumping through it to my demise. Oh, wow, you really hurt. Oh, you're red and evil, of course. I see. They are red to signify that they are evil. This is always happening. Oh, and now they're my friends! I've pacified them. How lovely. This is nice and pleasant. This is a fun little time, isn't it? We're just all about good times here. The only thing is that... Oh my god. Because of the nature of all of this relic is... I'm thinking about the original Death Wish again. You can bounce on that. Strange. Oh, and you respawn over here, which isn't great. Okay. Oh. Alright. Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna be for real, man. I'm not gonna do that again. I should finish the sequel to that soon. The original Death Wish. Oh, you were doing that, weren't you? Yeah, that would be great. I would love to do that again. Okay. Oh, the Tropical Death Wish, of course. Oh my gosh, you're right. Way better now? Even more original? More original! That's impressive. I will be thrilled to play it, CatCube. Okay, let's just go straight for this time. I mean, I think it's as simple as... I feel like I'm intended to just immediately hit that if I try to bounce off that thing, and it just hasn't worked. Maybe I have to specifically jump off of that thing? I can reach it from up here, probably. I might be foolish. I want to at least get up there legitimately in that case. Can I stand on this guy? I didn't realize that would happen. You're kidding me! Come on, man. That was my bad. I thought I had the timing down, and it couldn't have been more wrong. I'm about to run out of health, though, so that's great. Maybe jumping up here doesn't do anything for me? I can't tell. I don't know. Okay. No, you cannot land on top of the UFO going back and forth. That just makes me die. The bit that sucks about this is if I die, I have to redo the whole thing. Man! The last time that I did green timepieces, they gave me, like, every hard level in a row. And today, it feels like they're handpicking things to frustrate me in different ways. Ugh. There's 2 in this one, too. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. Do I have to approach this one from a different angle? Because it looks like when I do it, it should work. Right? Like, it looks like there should be a way where I can bounce off of that where I get it. And, like, yeah, I take damage, but literally the last level that I did with the green timepiece made it so you basically got it as you died. And that's what this seems like to me. I'm so close to the source that it finds me instantly, though. Gosh dang it, man. Whatever. And yeah, Cat Cube, you can't jump off that thing. It finds you instantly and you take damage. I thought maybe I had to jump off the legs, but that just kind of got the same result. I don't know of another way to, like, make me get more height over there? This seems like a really precise jump, which is crazy. That's what it seems like. Maybe you can use the ice hat to not get caught. I mean, I wouldn't get caught, but I guess I could maybe do that if I miss, but I think I'd get found if I miss. You know? I don't think that there's an opportunity for this to do anything. No, I couldn't hit it there. Man, I'm so ticked off. I'm I'm gonna have to redo the whole thing again. I really don't want to. I'm really... Okay. Can I, like, heal? I don't know how to do that. Whatever. Maybe God mode works. Yeah, it does. Okay. Use assist mode to heal. Good call. Second time assist mode has been brought up today, and I've never thought about it another day in my life. Not been a single other instance. Huh? Maybe you can time stop this? I sure didn't think of that, did I? Oh, I shouldn't... Assist mode makes it so those see me, like, way less. Okay, well, ultimately, doesn't seem to matter. Okay. Good. I was doing the right thing the whole time. And it just... I hadn't gotten it yet. Because it was just a precise jump. Didn't even know this game had an assist mode until today. Me neither. Alright. Okay. Back to the level. Aren't we having so much fun in the cute little relic level? It's adorable. Look at that background. Oh, the sun. How sweet. I'm so sorry, little relic level. You didn't make your greens this way. This is just how they happen to be. Banana. It's true. Okay. Little crayon obstacles. We love little crayon obstacles. It's an original Death Wish reference. You're right. Okay. Is there a green in the box? That would have been crazy. I didn't think it'd be right on the next layer, though. Usually, if there's multiple greens in a level, they're pretty separated. So, like, I'd say right now we're open to needing to find greens again. That thing on the cake back there really got me. Hey, friendo. I need your help to blow something up. Awesome. Every time that I see a cherry that's got to blow something up, I just assume that it's going to be really rough. Whatever I'm about to experience is going to be really rough. But I think about 90% of the time, I see the cherry mechanic put in a level, they make it really good and smooth. And I really gotta credit developers for that. Right, I have God mode on still. My bad. Huh? There we go. Just a long one. Okay. I'm the original joke. That's awesome, Rhyme. Right, you can't... Oh, you can. Never mind. I don't know anything. Ignore what I was about to say, but didn't finish saying. Guess we just have to go this way, then? Whoa! Whoa! These platforms are weird. Hate going all spinny like that. It's funky. Fake a Hat in Time fan? Man, probably. I don't know nothing about this game. Despite having 300 hours in it. I've spent all this time doing nothing. Huh? Why did that happen? That was cool. Alright. Very Yakuza. I don't want to go over there quite yet, but thank you. There's the green. Why'd you guys stop? That was weird. Can I just... Here, let me... Oh, that's fair. If I get down to 1 health again, I'm just gonna go God mode again for my own safety. Okay. I can probably just, like... How do I go... Can I just jump over here and go around it? That floor isn't real. Okay, that would be an issue, I suppose. Safety or sanity? They're both the same in this instance. I can't believe that they're gonna do this to me again, man. Okay. I thought that I would climb on it there, and that did not happen, I'm noticing. Can I get over better on the other side? I don't think so. Maybe if I time stop, it'll make my life easier. No, I don't think that'll work. That does not seem like it'll work. So we gotta do something else, then, probably. You don't seem to help me in any way. Can I get up top here? There we go. That ought to do it. Huh? That was scary. I don't think I can stand on those. So then... What? Need to ask a singular pushy crow in a textureless cube in the middle of space to be your therapist to help your sanity and safety? I think so! It kind of seems that way, Cat Cube. What? I kind of go backwards when I'm on them. Maybe I go backwards like this. Okay, well, I need to not jump onto it like that. If I didn't turn on God mode here, I would be dying again, by the way. I would be dying again, by the way. And I would have to restart this entire level. My bad. Yeah, Breg, surely it's the ice hat this time. That's what I'm gonna try. That's a good thought. My bad. If I wasn't using God mode, like, I would be contemplating ending the stream right now. Such hard to get greens in a place where you're bound to mess up so much. It's never the Ice Hat Man. Why don't they make any cool greens? I don't know. Does no bonk work on this? I mean, I have it all the time. Was the trick at all here? I don't know. Nothing's doing anything. I thought that I saw I thought that getting up here would be the hard part, right? Like, this is the bit that you're supposed to figure out, and then it's like, oh, you ride the trains over. But how do I even get over there? Trust me, you need a singular pushy crow and a textureless cube in the middle of space to be your therapist so he pushes you into the greens. Yeah, that would help a lot here. Is he re-entering the level in the Death Wish? I probably should. Maybe that spawns a pushy crow up here that pushes me into the green timepiece. And it's not the trains at all. I can't stand on these. No idea the trains could even be modified to not be rideable? No, that's why I was shocked when I went on them and it didn't work. Are they supposed to be rideable here? I don't know how else this would make sense. Surely just land on the train with enough momentum to keep sliding on it forward, yeah? I, like, tried to... It just kills all of it. That's, like, the most momentum that I could possibly have there, was by doing that. And it just didn't take me anywhere close. If you keep on a dive state? Nope. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna run an ad really quick because I have to again. Even though this is the second level. I'm checking the update logs to see if this level's been updated. No. The last time it was updated was 5 years ago. That was the only thing that I was thinking of at this point, was that these used to be rideable and aren't. So just time stop again, I suppose? I'll give it a shot. What the heck? Did I move forward there? Did I move forward on it? What? Huh? Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, I mean I should wait for the ad to end. Greg, you might be right. This is so weird. Okay, man. What? Why does that work? That just lets you move forward on them. Okay. A third green. Yeah. Third green. The third one. We made it 3 greens in, guys. So the issue is there again. To even get that, you have to test a bunch of things. And if you're playing this without God mode, every time you test a thing, you're taking 2 damage. And if you die in this level, you have to do it all from the beginning again. Which sucks. Really cut that after the Edward even? I don't know. Okay, surely I can write on these. Cool. We're fine. Oh, there's a... Oh. Today's just the day of evil, I guess? Yeah, I didn't think it would be, because that was last time. Actually, last time was evil levels. Today is just evil greens. The greens, specifically this time, are malicious. Alright. What? Okay. That sped it up, I guess. Cool. Awesome. We did it, guys. Yeah, so every time you fail at that green, you basically have to try the entire level again. I put wah in the console. That was a good level, Undrew. I'm so sorry that I pretty much was just upset the whole time. That was the Greens' fault. Your level was cool. Alright. 3rd green down. An hour and 10 minutes in. We're making great time today, guys. Alright. Let's go gambling. God. Okay. Oh, God. There's one of them. I haven't even done this. This isn't even one I've done. This ball moves a lot less than the last one of these that I used. Oh, but there's enemies. And, oh, okay. My mistake. There's the other green. Please just go away, man. I'm not in the mood. Okay. At least there's lots of barriers here. He just jumped into that. Stupid idiot! Imagine being that dumb. Couldn't be me. I'm too smart. Okay, well, I gotta get up there. And I gotta get down there. I feel a little bad for not reading the level description now. This is... Oh, I've only done the Death Wish, I think. Or maybe that's a different... That might be a different thing. Whoopsies. Okay. That looks like it's supposed to nestle in there kind of nice, and it just doesn't do that. Oh! Ooh! Okay. I mean, what I should do is just run ahead and kill him. Do they only spawn when I get the ball over here? What? Where'd they go? Excuse me? They do. Okay. can at least make them only look this way. There we are. Cool. Green dot. Nice. Hey, and you left my ball where it was supposed to be. Oh, hey, friend.
Don't forget me.
You're so right. Okay. So we need to have you go that way? Got it. Oh my god. What are you doing to me? That's going too far. That's crazy. Okay. Maybe time stop is active. No, it's not bad because we can do this here. There we go. Nice. Checkpoint. We're just fine. Why is this the least upsetting level today? What is happening to the world? Well, probably because it gets worse. Yeah, that's right now. That's right now that it's happening. Yeah. Yeah, time stop is getting a lot of screen time for today. Just keep going. Keep going. Yes. Yes. No. Dang it. I tried to believe. God. No, 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 no. If I haven't hit the wall, it'll bounce back. All right. Okay, now we're good. Got him. Okay. Do I just need to get you over here for a checkpoint? Surely. Maybe you're the Could have brewing. Oh, I could have brewing hatted. Excuse me? What do you want? Oh. Do I have to get on the ball when it goes through that? So how do I open that? Where do I get a key? Oh, hello. Oh, this is just for me up here. Okay, this little bit's just me. I see, I see. This is just my own little personal adventure while I get something to help my ball move forward. My mistake. I'll yoink that. What do you consider the most underrated hat? I don't know if any hats are really underrated. I quite like when people use the ice hat, though. I think that one's the most fun to do funky stuff with. Except when it's the levels where you have to try not to jump. You gotta jump using the ice hat. Because I'm really bad at that. There's our key. There we go. Checkpoint. Lovely. Cool. Let's go! Oh, does it get stuck faster on the, like, the kind of carpeted surface? That's kind of cute. Okay, man. You piece of garbage. Oh, thank you. Okay. Huh? I can't stand on it. Kinda want to play Splatoon now? Okay, you cannot stand on the ball. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do there to get that. I mean, it couldn't be that. You only have one chance. That would be stupid. Oh, see, I want to play Splatoon also. I gotta get to Raiders. That was cool. Can I go in this? Did I just... Do I just lose? Did I miss my chance? Probably won't pick it up, but I hear good things. Yeah, I've heard good things about Raiders also. That makes me excited for it. Do I really get a single opportunity to get this? Maybe I can jump off of that all the way up there. If I have one chance to get this and I have to, like, redo the level again, I'm gonna just tails up and grab that and move on. I kind of thought about how I was probably gonna die if that happened. Maybe that'll reset my ball. Okay. So I can try it again, I suppose. I'm loving every second of Raiders so far. That's good to hear. Do you get the ball all the way up here before that guy spawns? That's crazy, man. Okay. So, what do I... What? What? Yeah, from what I've seen of Raiders, it kind of looks... I mean, I've seen, like, little snippets of gameplay, but it looks similar to Side Order. But it looks like it has a story, also. Which Side Order kind of had. What are we doing today? What even is this? Here, we're turning on God mode again. Oh, well, this guy will respawn every time, so it actually doesn't matter. So we'll turn it off. Don't do this to me. Cool. Okay. What? I have no idea. It doesn't seem like I can... So then you just jump for it? Can you ice hat the ball? That looks like it makes me slide off of it. I don't think there's anything I can do to stay on it. Maybe I just have to jump it. In which case, I'm putting God mode on again. I'm gonna fly up here. We're gonna figure it out. That's pretty close. Maybe if I, like... Okay, no, that urchin has a huge hitbox. Sprint don't do nothing. And jump off one of the projectiles? They look like they're on fire. So I would think no. Yeah, okay. Does that have something to do with the seesaw? I've never been so lost getting greens in my life, man. I don't know what more I can... Maybe a scooter jump? Well, see, getting more distance like that, I don't think a lot of these things make a difference. Okay, well... I'll try that again. Because you might just be right and I might be wrong. No, not quite. Maybe I can from here. Nope. Maybe if I'm up here. Nope. Yeah, no, you can't dive after a scooter jump. I should have probably said something, just in case you guys didn't realize that. But yeah, I mean, that's really close. Yeah, it can't have... It looks like it has everything to do with that ball thing, but based on what I did on the ball thing, it does... There's no way it can be the ball thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting closer, but it doesn't feel like this will get me there. An SDJ probably reaches it. If it does, even if it does, those aren't supposed to be required. And I also don't know how to do them, so... I couldn't use that if I didn't. I couldn't use it anyways. Got die boosting off the edge? I thought I tried that, like, right away. I don't think that worked. Well, I have to do it again to make it function. Oh my god. Definitely haven't die boosted. Okay, my bad then. I'm not too great. I'm trying to get it, like, exact. I'm not that good. I mean, I should just try to use the Tails hat there instinctively. Maybe that one wasn't great, but it sure wasn't close. The thing that's gotten me the closest so far is the scooter jump. If I could... if I could dash after that, I would have it. It's so upsetting that I'm so close to it. Thought me steering it all fancy like would get me it, but it doesn't seem so. Nope. Nope. Mario Odyssey vectoring? Yeah. I'm a gamer, as they say. I don't know what else to do. I feel like maybe there's like a spot that I can get this where it actually works. Because I'm so close to it. And I don't have other ideas. Yeah, usually these are, like, related to the level, so I thought the ball would be involved, but if you try to jump on the ball, you just fall to your death along with the ball. And yeah, I mean, if I could glue myself to the front of the ball, then I could get it, but that's the only way that happens, and I don't think I could do that. Like air stall with any of those hats? I don't know if I can swap. Well, that, yeah, Cat Cube, I tried the projectiles already, but they are, in fact, on fire, so you just die when you hit them. It's still funny if I suggest exiting the level. Yeah, Rhyme, I think it'd be humorous. Okay, I think when I was seeing if maybe I was jumping off the scooter at the wrong time. But I don't think that's it. Have you tried exiting the level? I technically haven't, but I don't think that'll help me in this scenario. I'm going to play 3 levels today, man. I'm gonna play 3 levels. Push shift again on the scooter, it does a different jump off of it? What, like... Do you mean... Okay. I thought it was one or the other. If I could dash, maybe. If I could dash after that, it would do it, but it doesn't. Try making a green timepiece me in Tomodachi Life? That would be kind of awkward because it's also a treasure. I feel like I'm bashing my head against a brick wall. Did the same thing to Mio? Yeah, but she started as a person. Try delaying your jump more. I don't know. I feel like all my attempts before were like hitting the sweet spot and then missing. Like, that's as close as I can get. Maybe it's time for Pushy Crow for Tomodachi Season 2 in 2033. Yeah. I'm just taking the ball up here again. That's cool. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Alright. My bad. If you become orb-shaped, you can use the launcher. Yeah. I'll use my iconic orb hat. Delay the scooter jump, hit the shift dismount, then double jump. Can you double jump after? Okay. I don't think that I can... I think you meant like that? That's not as close as the other stuff. That's a good idea, though. The thing with the scooter dismount is it kills all my momentum. Yeah, I mean, that looks really promising, but it's not it. Dude, what more can I do here? Maybe I can try that from here? Okay, well, not like that. Not what I'm trying to do. It's got to be the hover badge one of these days. That would be amazing. That would be fantastic. Hello, Saber. Oh my god. No, I'm even farther from there. I thought that maybe because that gets me like a lot of vertical movement instead of horizontal movement, that doing it from there would help, but it didn't do anything. Right. Done for anti-morb. I've summoned my morb orb, the deadliest red ball in the universe. Morbius 2020. I remember when that happened. That did happen. If I could dash after I did that, we'd be in the clear. I imagine this platform just moves up and down. If this was affected by actual weight, then that could be sick. But there's no way it is. I don't know how to get this. Greens have not thoroughly stumped me as much as, like, every single one today has. Got that over there again. So when I decide to complete the level, it's over there waiting for me. But I don't know how we're gonna get there. I'm gonna lose it, man. I don't have anything to work with here. This place looks like it's so full of things to try, but it's so empty. Hi, Link. This green's silly? How? I've been sitting here for like 30 minutes. Dude, you need to run? Yeah. I'm so sorry, Link. Today, I have been having horrible, horrible luck with the greens that I've been getting. Where's the ball? It's over there. I tried to use it and it didn't work at all. Do I need it for this? That's what I assumed was the case, but when I tried to write it, the whole thing fell apart. It's easiest with it? The one time I tried writing it, it just fell down. What a... I immediately assumed it couldn't be the ball because I interacted with the ball and it fell. It fell, like, super messily. Gotta board it while it's still grounded? You can't board it! You slide off the ball! Rhyme, it's them, by the way. Yeah, did someone message Link? Oh, God. Maybe it's only specific versions of the map, then? You can't. Oh. Green signal? Do I need to do the Death Wish version of the map? Do I need to reload the level again? Is it another one? In mod variations? Huh? Okay, hold on. You did a great level, Terratorn. That was awesome. I'm so sorry. I thought that level was gonna suck, but that was great. There's a hard mode in the level? Oh my god! So I just couldn't have gotten it again? I'm gonna run an ad, sorry. I have to run an ad again. We've done like 3 levels, man. I'm dying out here. It's just a secret. Oh my god! Why would I know that that's there? I mean, it can't be that one. Yeah, we did joke about this in the Pushy Crow map. Whatever, man. Cool. I have to do the level again. We gotta do the level again. Let's do the level again. The whole thing. Again. Oh my god. It's not even... It's just the same, but I can ride on it. I just have to do the level a second time. I was trying to see if it was moving differently, but no, it's just like a reworked, improved version of it. It's actually affected by slopes now instead of needing conveyors. Okay. Yep. There it is. Live. I knew you would. I had faith in you. At least it's not a death wish again? No, it's a secret that I wouldn't have known existed unless someone was here to tell me about it. Okay. We gotta save this. Unrelated to all this, did you see the Chicken Little Rollsay Wonder? I did. I retweeted it instantly. That's one of the best things I've ever seen. Good save, thank you. Okay. Everyone who appears at this point is going to assume that I'm frustrated at the 8-ball level. They don't even know about the actual torment that I've gone through. I did this. I did this. I did this. That's the same. That's unchanged. I did that. Strictly speaking, you're frustrated at the 8-ball level? I'm not! I'm not. It's been only the greens today. The levels have been just fine. It's been only the greens. What? That didn't go nearly high enough, did it? Is that not... That felt like it should have gone higher. Did I jump at a wrong time? Yeah? At what point do I find a corner and just curl up and start crying. At what point do we do that? Maybe time stop and get on it before it falls into the launcher? Oh, oh my god! Oh. There's a green in the crying corner. Yeah! I really like hearing the constant sparkle. The green timepiece. Tempting me. Letting me know that it's been there this whole time. And I just haven't been able to get it. Oh, that's gonna... I don't know how that didn't, but I'm cool with it. I thought this would be consistent, but it looks like I have to jump specifically at the peak. Oh, hi, Terratorn. You've made a great level here. You've done a fantastic job. It sounds like I'm on the verge of tears, but it's okay. It has nothing to do with you. Okay, that's interesting. I kind of want to stand here. Concussion? Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. I love how that worked on the first try of the first time that I played through the level. That was my favorite part about it. Or I did it with the reworked version too. Now we can leave. How many is that? 5? 6? Is that like the 6th one? Five greens? Okay. I think that's number 5. Number 5 for the day. Number 5. We're 5 in. Yeah. Okay, let's go gambling. New level. I'm deeply concerned. Yeah, this is a Link level. It's Smots 8. I was sitting there in silence because I was so concerned. Like, it's Celeste. Okay. Do I need the Celeste Mon? Nope. Okay. Because I think I uninstalled that. I've been trying to trim down the mods that I install for these afterwards so I don't have a super bloated everything again. All right. Oh, and I never read the description of Terratorn's level because I assumed that it was one that I played before when it just wasn't. Where was that at? I gotta do it justice. Maybe in the video I'll put it before I play it, make it seem like I did read it. Okay. Remember the 8-ball levels in Octo expansion? Now you can re-experience the moments of test failed in a hat in time. This mod simply recreates the entire What's Up 8-ball station from Splatoon 2 Octo expansion, which is my first and most memorable 8-ball level I'll ever played in the DLC. Oh, that sounds exciting. I sure hope that I beat this one very quickly. Alright, there we go. And now that can be a fun thing for later. Alright. Smots 8. Recreation of a room within the D-Sides pack mod within Celeste. A room within the scattered mirror of the storm checkpoint in 9D. Oh, I didn't do that. Smots 8 for short. Tweaked and fine-tuned for Hat Kid's different moveset, of course. Okay. You can see the green timepieces obtained on screen. Nobody will notice. Got it. Okay. So I guess this doesn't use the badge, it just... Well, how do I turn around there? Do I not need to turn around there? I can't do the first thing. I don't... I guess I just need to hold back really soon. Really soon? Not that soon. Maybe we should stop hunting for green timepieces. Maybe we should just quit. Maybe we should just stop. Oh. Hey, I did it, guys. Playing Celeste music in my head and I'm not really vibing it with right now. Can someone change it? Yeah, hold on. Oh, this is gonna be loud. I'm so sorry. Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought. Okay. Okay. Bringing back good old Speed Star Yakuza 4. This is fitting, right, guys? Nice. Yeah. I did immediately start actually figuring out how to do it just then. Hello, Catwished. Spots Gaming? It sure is. Okay. My bad. Okay. This does actually improve the experience? I'm glad. We're gonna get 6 greens today. I accidentally pressed control. I am really impressed at the ability to recreate Celeste gameplay here without any kind of, like, Celeste mod or anything. There's gotta be some kind of funky stuff happening, because it feels a little irregular. Maybe it's just that you can infinitely climb on all the walls. Made a bunch of Celeste stuff without actually playing Celeste. That's fun. Okay. What an evil way to start the level. I guess I'd rather it be here than anywhere else. Yeah, you guys can measure how long this takes me and however many times that Speedstar has to loop. I'm gonna be here the rest of the stream. That's how I felt about every level I've done so far today. It's only about 45 to 60 seconds for the full room and about 25 to the green. That's good. I hope this first jump accounts for 40 of those. Oh my, no! I was right there! My bad, man. I don't know what jumps I'm supposed to exactly use to get through that bit. I'm just kind of guessing. It worked the first time. That feels wrong, though. Maybe I can just double jump there. No? I'm much better at understanding what I can and cannot do in Celeste when I jump over what I can and cannot do in A Hat in Time when I jump. Which is a little silly if you think about it, but it is true. Alright, well, I hope you guys like watching me falling off a cliff and dying. Well, that worked that time. Guess I just have to wall jump, maybe? I didn't have my dash there. Why didn't I have my dash? Alright, well, that's speed star number 3. I guess I need a wall jump when I'm really high? Maybe that's what it is? It's been a long day, man. It's been a long day. Oh, why? Oh my god. There's another wrap around up there. Huh. Hat Kid, you gotta stop giving up right when you get to the balloon. It's not worth it. Oh, I can just go farther. I didn't even look at what was up ahead. I was looking at the thing that was there. Either one carry you to further spring or wrap around. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try to go to the further one. Wrapping around is a lot harder, if this first jump has taught me anything. Well, I decided to not commit to the thing that I decided to commit to. I need to run an ad. I need to run an ad. Usually, when I run an ad during these, I, like, take a break between levels. But we've been on so few levels that I think only one ad that I've run has been during that time. I'm gonna explode. I mean, Hat Kid is. That's what happens when she dies in this. But I'm gonna explode too. It's gonna be bad. There's gonna be little bits of me everywhere. It's gonna be awful and horrible. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's not really that funny. I just wanted to say something. I felt like I was supposed to. I'm losing it. I didn't commit to either side again. Because I didn't jump right, it didn't work. Okay. Yeah, it happened again. I have to wall jump off of that wall or I don't make it over there. No, okay. Executive decision. We'll do this some other time. We're doing that some other time. We're not doing that right now. Spikes, you give me so much anxiety. Yeah. Take a break from this and come back later. You might feel better about it. That was exactly how I was feeling just now, which is why I closed the level. I'm glad. I'm glad that you were thinking the same thing. Okay. Give me something good for once. Something good. Just something I need right now. That looks promising. Okay. Room space. The sequel to room temperature. I don't know what that is. Hopefully it's fine. This is a classic. That's good. Okay. All right. Room space. Is equal to room temperature. Kevin sends his regards, featuring the spacious ideals of sails through time and space, outer space, gaming space, some other things probably, and Wikipedia. Oh, we got the Hoot Owl voice acting? That's good. Oh, Barnacle and Cat Cube. I know them. And for the 2021 Space Modding Jam. How sweet. Why is it blue? Why am I blue? Who did that to me? Excuse me? It's in you. That one was nice. Okay, let's take a peek at the level now, though. The end of Portal 2, Wheatley is trapped in outer space with the incredibly annoying Space Core. Oh, that feels a bit subjective. Oh, it's a room about space. On the standard American QWERTY keyboard, the space bar is the largest key, excluding some brand-specific keyboards where the enter key is larger. I don't think that's a QWERTY keyboard, but, you know, you do you. Satellites like this one are often launched into outer space. Okay. Is that just, like, supposed to be me looking out the window? This text is just a waste of space. You got me there. I didn't expect that. This is an invader from the hit arcade game Space Invaders, released in 1978. I never thought about those guys just being called invaders. Those two suns? Two dodgeballs? What is this?
We have two red dots.
Thank you, Hoot Owl.
The area between these 2 points on a 2D plane will be considered the space between it. According to https www.google.com, space refers to the area within, around, above, or below an object or objects. It is important to creating and understanding both two-dimensional or three-dimensional works of art.
I don't know why you did just that one, but that's cool. Those are the guys from Pixels 2015? They are, yeah. We could have talked about Galaga. Galaga's cool. We like Galaga. But that's fine. You can talk about Space Invaders again, just like they do in Pixels, when all the Galaga stuff happens off screen. You're not Hoot Owl. Wait, what? Huh? What was that?
Have you come?
Once this conversation is complete, the timepiece will drop from the roof. Please be sure to read up about the space in this room before you do so. Outer space. From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia that anyone can edit. This article is about the particular space between celestial bodies. For the general concept, see space. Further uses, see outer space disambiguation. Did you even make it blue like it's a link that's going to take you somewhere? Outer space is the expanse that exists beyond Earth and between celestial bodies. Outer space is not completely empty. It is a hard vacuum containing a low density of particles, predominantly a plasma of hydrogen and helium, as well as electromagnetic radiation, magnetic fields, neutrinos, dust, and cosmic rays. The baseline temperature of outer space, as set by the background radiation from the Big Bang, is 2.7 kelvins. Oh, you can tell that this was copy-pasted directly from the site because it's in a different font, which is negative 270.45 degrees Celsius and negative 454.81 degrees Fahrenheit. The plasma between galaxies accounts for about half of the baryonic ordinary matter in the universe. It has a number density less than 1 hydrogen atom per cubic meter and a temperature of millions of kelvins. Local concentrations of matter have condensed into stars and galaxies. Studies indicate that 90% of the mass in most galaxies is an unknown form called dark matter, which interacts with other matter through gravitational but not electromagnetic forces. Yeah, they have the citations there again. Observations suggest that the majority of the mass energy in the observable universe is dark energy, a type of vacuum energy that is poorly understood. I like how the bracket gets on to put onto a new line there. That's cool. Intergalactic space takes up most of the volume of the universe, but even galaxies and star systems consist almost entirely of empty space. Outer space does not begin at a definite altitude above the Earth's surface. The Kármán line, I don't, if that's how it's pronounced, then good for me. An altitude of 100 kilometers or 62 miles above sea level is conventionally used as the start of outer space in space treaties and for aerospace records keeping. The framework for international space law was established by the Outer Space Treaty, which entered into force on the 10th of October 1967. I wonder if this article is the same now as it was 5 years ago when this mod was made. I hope so. Someone go check right now, see if all of this has been word for word. This treaty precludes any claims of national sovereignty and permits all states to freely explore outer space. Despite the drafting of UN resolutions for the peaceful uses of outer space, anti-satellite weapons have been tested in Earth orbit. Humans began the physical exploration of space during the 20th century with the advent of high-altitude balloon flights. I definitely thought that said fights. I thought they were getting crazy in there. This was followed by crewed rocket flights and then crewed Earth orbit, first achieved by Yuri Gagarin of the Soviet Union in 1961. That's sick. Due to the high cost of getting into space, human spaceflight has been limited to low Earth orbit and the moon. On the other hand, uncrewed spacecraft have reached all of the known planets in the solar system. Outer space represents a challenging environment for human exploration because of the hazards of vacuum and radiation. Hello, Mojer. Yuri went to space? That was the only thing I could think about. Yeah. I'm glad someone said something. I have to focus on this, so. Oh, Elsie with the tier 1 subscription. 7 months, and you're on a 6-month streak. Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. Anyways, we're learning about space.
Are you ready to complete your contractual obligations?
Thank you, Snatcher. Microgravity also has a negative effect on human physiology that causes both muscle atrophy and bone loss. In addition to these health and environmental issues, the economic cost of putting objects, including humans, into space is very high. Formation and state. Oh, that's a heading. Main article, Big Bang. The size of the whole universe is unknown and it might be infinite in extent. According to the Big Bang Theory, that's sick, man, the very early universe was an extremely hot and dense state, about 13.8 billion years ago, which rapidly expanded. About 380,000 years later, the universe had cooled sufficiently to allow protons and electrons to combine and form hydrogen, the so-called recombination epoch. For once you were actually going to be here the rest of the stream, I am. What mod is this? I think it's called Space Room. Room Space, sorry. Here, I'll pull it up again. Room Space. It's, well, my bad. When this happened, matter and energy became decoupled, allowing photons to travel freely through the continually expanding space. Matter that remained following the initial expansion has since undergone gravitational collapse to create stars, galaxies, and other astronomical objects, leaving behind a deep vacuum that forms what is now called outer space. As light has a finite velocity, this theory also constrains the size of the directly observable universe. The present-day shape of the universe has been determined from measurements of the cosmic microwave background using satellites like the Wilkinson Microwave and Anisotropy probe. That's a cool word. These observations indicate that the spatial geometry of the observable universe is flat, meaning the photons on parallel paths at one point remain parallel as they travel through space to the limit of the observable universe except for local gravity. The flat universe, combined with the measured mass density of the universe and the accelerating expansion of the universe, indicates that space has a non-zero vacuum energy, which is called dark energy. Estimates put the average energy density of the present-day universe at the equivalent of 5.9 protons per cubic meter, including dark energy, dark matter, and baryonic matter, ordinary matter composed of atoms. The atoms account for only 4.6% of the total energy density, or a density of 1 proton per 4 cubic meters. The density of the universe is clearly not uniform. It ranges from relatively high density in galaxies, including very high density in structures within galaxies such as planets, stars, and black holes, to conditions in vast voids that have much lower density, at least in terms of visible matter. Unlike matter and dark energy seems not to be concentrated in galaxies. Although dark energy may account for a majority of the mass energy in the universe, dark energy's influence is 5 orders of magnitude smaller than the influence of gravity from matter and dark matter within the Milky Way. I'm going to take a drink of water. That's not part of the reading. Is this where the green is? Oh no, I got the green. Hydrate? I can do that. I'll take another one. The green was in the space core over there, right above my head. I forgot I could move the camera. Environment. Oh, that was a good time to take a break then. See also planetary habitability. I know how to read habitability, but it's weird to see it, especially after reading a lot of words after losing my mind. Outer space is the closest known approximation to a perfect vacuum. Has effectively no friction, allowing stars, planets, and moons to move freely along their ideal orbits following the initial formation stage. Sorry, I just needed to take a breather for a second. Deep vacuum of intergalactic space is not devoid of matter, as it contains a few hydrogen atoms per cubic meter. By comparison, the air humans breathe contains about 10 to the 25th molecules per cubic meter. I don't think that formatted right, but that's okay. No one probably thought that they would put exponents in a hat in time. The low density of matter in outer space means that electromagnetic radiation can travel great distances without being scattered. The mean free path of a photon in intergalactic space is about 10 to the 23 kilometers, or 10 billion light years. In spite of this, extinction, which is the absorption and scattering of photons by dust and gas, is an important factor in galactic and intergalactic astronomy. Stars, planets, and moons retain their atmospheres by gravitational attraction. Atmospheres have no clearly delineated upper boundary. The density of atmospheric gas gradually decreases with distance from the object until it becomes indistinguishable from outer space. Oh, I looked up the article. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. The Earth's atmospheric pressure drops to about 0.032 PA? I know what PA stands for. I don't remember what that is. I don't remember pressure units. Pennsylvania's at 100 kilometers, 62 miles of altitude, compared to 100,000 Pennsylvania's for the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, IUPAC, definition of standard pressure. Hold on, let me go get the B-movie video so I can listen to both at the same time. That's a good idea, Ryan. Everyone go pull up the B-movie video. I'm not going to do that. That would make me legitimately go psychotic on the spot. Above this altitude, isotropic gas pressure rapidly becomes insignificant when compared to radiation pressure from the sun and the dynamic pressure of the solar wind. B-movie left you this stream? Yeah, there you go. The thermosphere in this range has large gradients of pressure, temperature, and composition, and varies greatly due to space weather. The temperature of outer space is measured in terms of the kinetic activity of the gas, as it is on Earth. The radiation of outer space is a different temperature than the kinetic temperature of the gas, meaning that the gas and radiation are not in thermodynamic equilibrium. That's an awesome expression, thermodynamic equilibrium. That sounds so cool. That's like one of those things, right, where you would say thermodynamic equilibrium, and then the big buff guy would look over at you and be like, speak English. You know, it's one of those types of things. All of the observable universe is filled with photons that were created during the Big Bang, which is known as the cosmic microwave background radiation, CMB. There's quite likely a correspondingly large number of neutrinos called the cosmic neutrino background. Current black body temperature of the background radiation is about 3 Kelvin, right? Negative 270 degrees Celsius or negative 454 degrees Fahrenheit. Gas temperatures in outer space can vary widely. For example, the temperature in the Boomerang Nebula is 1 Kelvin, while the solar corona reaches temperatures over 1.2 to 2.6 million Kelvin. Oh my god. That's crazy. Magnetic fields have been detached in space around just about every class of celestial object. Star formation in spiral galaxies can generate small scale dynamos, creating turbulent magnetic field strengths of around 5 to 10. What is that? I think that's like micro? That's like micro or pico something. It's something small. Maybe it's something big. I don't know. This is about like space stuff. That's probably a big thing, and I just don't remember. That was also copy pasted. You can tell because the font is different. Stroke was not easy to set up. This had to be manually text coded. Yeah, and it seems like most of it was typed also. Davis Greenstein effect causes elongated dust grains to align themselves with the galaxy's magnetic field, resulting in weak optical polarization. This has been used to show ordered magnetic fields exist in several nearby galaxies. Magnetohydrodynamic processes in active elliptical galaxies produce their characteristic jets and radio lobes. Non-thermal radio sources have been detected even among the most distant high Z sources, indicating the presence of magnetic fields. Oh, it is micro. Okay, that's good. Maybe G is like a big one then, because it was like micro and then some big G. I don't know what the G is for. I don't remember what that is. I did physics in college, but it's been a bit, and I also hated it. So outside of protective atmosphere and magnetic field, there are a few obstacles to the passage through space of energetic subatomic particles known as cosmic rays. These particles have energies ranging from about 10 to the 6th eV up to an extreme 10 to the 20th eV of ultra high energy cosmic rays. I don't remember what EV stands for, but I do remember hating it. Peak flux of cosmic rays occurs at energies of about 10 to the 9th eV, with approximately 87% protons, 12% helium nuclei, and 1% heavier nuclei. Not listening to this anymore? That's a shame, Rhyme. I think the font change comes from there being a character that the game's font doesn't support, so it's like a failsafe. Oh, got it. Okay. How much more of this is there? Sorry. I wasn't going to look it up. I was going to read it all, but at a point, my voice is actually going to die. This is space, right? Or is it outer space? I think it's outer space. It's outer space. Okay. Okay, I found where I am. Okay. So, the scroll bar is right here. This is where the scroll bar is. We're right here. That's where we currently are. This was 5 years ago, so there might be more on this page. So we have to get to here, and we're about there. Um, just a second. Give me just a second, guys. Okay. Is there like something nice I can find here? Um, Here, let's get this off the screen. You guys can look at a hat in time. Here, I'm gonna run an ad, and I'm gonna find something to make this a little bit better. What's the music that plays when you eat food in a hat in time? Can I even find that? Fast food. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Cosmic rays can damage electronic components and pose a health threat to space travelers. According to astronauts like Don Petit, space has a burn/metallic odor that clings to their suits and equipment, similar to the scent of an arc welding torch. Effect on biology and human bodies. See also astrobiology, astrobotany, plants in space, animals in space, effect of spaceflight on the human body. Sorry, got those mixed up. Bioastronautics and weightlessness. Oh, hello, Edo. Don't forget to eat your daily greens. It's true. My daily green today made me explode. Despite the harsh environment, several life forms have been found that can withstand extreme space conditions for extended periods. Species of lichen carried on the ESA Biopan facility survived exposure for 10 days in 2007. Seeds of Arabidopsis thaliana and Nicotiana tabacum, I wonder which one that is, germinated after being exposed to space for 1.5 years. The strain of Bacillus subtilis has survived 559 days when exposed to low Earth orbit or a simulated Martian environment. The lithopanspermia hypothesis suggests that rocks ejected into outer space from life-harboring planets may successfully transport life forms to another habitable world. A conjecture is that just such a scenario occurred early in the history of the solar system, with potentially microorganism-bearing rocks being exchanged between Venus, Earth, and Mars. Even at relatively low altitudes in the Earth's atmosphere, conditions are hostile to the human body. The altitude where atmospheric pressure matches the vapor pressure of water at the temperature of the human body is called the Armstrong Line, named after American physician Harry G. Armstrong. It is located at an altitude of around 19.14 kilometers, or 11.89 miles. At or above the Armstrong Line, fluids in the throat and lungs boil away. More specifically, exposed bodily liquids such as saliva, tears, and liquids in the lungs boil away. Hence, at this altitude, human survival requires a pressure suit, or a pressurized capsule. Out in space, sudden exposure of an unprotected human to very low pressure, such as during a rapid decompression, can cause pulmonary barotrauma, a rupture of the lungs, due to the large pressure differential between inside and outside the chest. Citation needed. Even if the subject's airway is fully open, flow of air through the windpipe may be too slow to prevent the rupture. Rapid decompression can rupture eardrums and sinuses, bruising and blood seep can occur in soft tissues, and shock can cause an increase in oxygen consumption that leads to hypoxia. Citation needed. As a consequence of rapid decompression, oxygen dissolved in the blood empties into the lungs to try to equalize the partial pressure gradient. Once the deoxygenated blood arrives at the brain, humans lose consciousness after a few seconds and die of hypoxia within minutes. Blood and other body fluids boil when the pressure drops below 6.3 kPa, and this condition is called ebulism. Scary. The steam may bloat the body to twice its normal size and slow circulation. The tissues are elastic and porous enough to prevent rupture. Ebulism is slowed by the pressure containment of blood vessels, so some blood remains liquid. Why are we talking about this so much? Surely you can just read the article for that and move on to the next thing. Swelling in ebulism can be reduced by containment in a pressure suit. The crew altitude protection suit, which is called CAPS, a fitting elastic garment designed in the 1960s for astronauts, prevents ebulism at pressures as low as 2 kPa. Supplemental oxygen is needed at 8 kilometers or 5 miles to provide enough oxygen for breathing and to prevent water loss. Above 20 kilometers or 12 miles, pressure suits are essential to prevent ebulism. Most spacesuits use around 30 to 39 kPa of pure oxygen, about the same as on the Earth's surface. This pressure is high enough to prevent ebulism, but evaporation of nitrogen dissolved in the blood could still cause decompression sickness, that's one thing, and gas embolisms if not managed. I don't know what a gas embolism is, and I do not want to click the blue words in my Hat in Time game and find out. Humans being blue is awesome. Humans evolved for life in Earth gravity, and exposure to weightlessness has been shown to have deleterious effects on human health. Deleterious. I'm gonna look that word up. Deleterious. Causing harm or damage, often in a way that is subtle, hidden, or unexpected. Interesting. Initially, more than 50% of astronauts experience space motion sickness. This can cause nausea and vomiting, vertigo, headaches, lethargy, and overall malaise. Why are we talking so much about dying and various other forms of dying? Duration of space sickness varies, but it typically lasts for 13 days, after which the body adjusts to the new environment. Longer-term exposure to weightlessness results in muscle atrophy and deterioration of the skeleton, or spaceflight osteopenia? That's fantastic. These effects can be minimized through a regimen of exercise. Oh! Cool! Go for a light jog, I get to keep my skeleton. Other effects include fluid redistribution, slowing of the cardiovascular system, decreased production of red blood cells, balance disorders, and a weakening of the immune system. Lesser symptoms include loss of body mass, nasal congestion, sleep disturbance, and puffiness of the face. Sleep disturbance. During long-duration space travel, radiation can pose an acute health hazard. Exposure to high-energy, ionizing cosmic rays can result in fatigue, nausea, vomiting, as well as the damage to the immune system and changes to the white blood cell count. Over longer durations, symptoms include an increased risk of cancer, plus damage to the eyes, nervous system, lungs, and the gastrointestinal tract. I feel like I'm reading the side effects for, like, a medicine commercial, where they talk for 5 seconds about how cool the medicine is, and they talk for 25 seconds about how all 30 different ways that it could maybe kill you. On a round-trip Mars mission lasting 3 years, a large fraction of the cells in an astronaut's body would be traversed and potentially damaged by high-energy nuclei. The energy of such particles is significantly diminished by the shielding provided by the walls of a spacecraft and can be further diminished by water containers and other barriers. The impact of the cosmic rays upon the shielding produces additional radiation that can affect the crew. Lovely. These are the side effects of greens, actually? Yeah. All of what they're talking about right now has been happening to me for the past hour and a half. Further research is needed to assess the radiation hazards and determine suitable countermeasures. Regions. Space is a partial vacuum. Different regions are defined by the various atmospheres and winds that dominate within them, extend to the point at which those winds give way to those beyond. Geospace extends from Earth's atmosphere to the outer reaches of Earth's magnetic field, whereupon it gives way to the solar wind of interplanetary space. Interplanetary space extends to the heliopause, whereupon the solar wind gives way to the winds of the interstellar medium. Interstellar space then continues to the edges of the galaxy, where it fades in the intergalactic void. Geospace. Geospace is the region of outer space near Earth, including the upper atmosphere and magnetosphere. Magnetosphere? Maybe. I thought about the Marvel guy. The Van Allen radiation belts lie within the geospace. The outer boundary of geospace is the magnetopause, which forms an interface between the Earth's magnetosphere and the solar wind. The inner boundary is the ionosphere. The variable space weather conditions of geospace are affected by the behavior of the sun and the solar wind. The subject of geospace is interlinked with heliophysics, the study of the sun and its impact on the planets of the solar system. The day-side magnetopause is compressed by solar wind pressure. The subsolar distance from the center of the Earth is typically 10 Earth radii. Radii? Don't know. On the night side, the solar wind stretches the magnetosphere to form a magnetotail that sometimes extends out to more than 100 to 200 Earth radii. That is menopause? That's fair. I can't believe I'm still reading as accurately as I am. I thought that my eyes would start to go blurry by now, and I would start to see things. For roughly 4 days of each month, the lunar surface is shielded from the solar wind as the moon passes through the magnetotail. Geospace is populated by electrically charged particles at very low densities, the motions of which are controlled by the Earth's magnetic field. These plasmas form a medium from which storm-like disturbances powered by the solar wind can drive electrical currents into the Earth's upper atmosphere. Geomagnetic storms can disturb two regions of geospace, the radiation belts and the ionosphere. These storms increase fluxes of energetic electrons that can permanently damage satellite electronics, interfering with shortwave radio communication and GPS location and timing. Magnetic storms can also be a hazard to astronauts even in low Earth orbit. They also create aurorae, aurorae. I never thought about that word having a plural. Seen at high latitudes in an oval surrounding the geomagnetic poles. Although it meets the definition of outer space, the atmospheric density within the first few hundred kilometers above the Kármán line is still sufficient to produce significant drag on satellites. The region contains material left over from previous crewed and uncrewed launches that are a potential hazard to spacecraft. Some of this debris re-enters Earth's atmosphere periodically. This is like that all what happens in WALL-E. You ever wonder how people document all this death stuff in full detail, like they were right next to the incident going in slow motion? It is concerning. I hadn't thought about that. Like, that had to happen to someone for them to know. It's not like they probably didn't do like a dummy, right? There wouldn't be a way to track that. They just watched someone die and they were like, well, you're going on Wikipedia, bud. Cislunar space. It's cool that there's something called cislunar space. I'm going to bed. Good night, Catcube. Sleep well. Make sure you come back and watch the rest of this. It's important. Earth's gravity keeps the moon in orbit in an average distance of 384,403 kilometers, or 238,857 miles. Back to free? Okay, thank you. Region outside Earth's atmosphere and extending out to just beyond the moon's orbit, including the Lagrange points, is sometimes referred to as cislunar space. Deep space is defined by the United States government, and others as any region beyond cislunar space. The International Telecommunication Union responsible for radio communication, what a long blue, including satellites, defines the beginning of deep space at about 5 times that distance. 2 times 10 to the 6th kilometers. Region where Earth's gravity remains dominant against gravitational perturbations? I don't think I've ever read that word out loud before. Perturbations. It doesn't sound right, does it?
Perturbations.
That sure sounds wrong. Deviation of a system, object, or process from its normal state or regular path driven by an outside influence. I knew that. I don't know why I read it. From the sun is called the Hill Sphere. Oh, I did a little spin, sorry. This extends into translunar space. We've got translunar space and cislunar space. I just processed that. To a distance of roughly 1% of the mean distance from Earth to the sun, or 1.5 million kilometers, which is 0.93 million miles. Interplanetary space. Main article, interplanetary medium. Woke space. I can't believe it, man. They make space woke. Interplanetary space is defined by the solar wind, a continuous stream of charged particles emanating from the sun that creates a very tenuous atmosphere, the heliosphere, for billions of kilometers into space. This wind has a particle density of 5 to 10 protons per cubic centimeter, is moving at a velocity of 350 to 400 kilometers per second, which is 780,000 to 890,000 miles per hour. Interplanetary space extends out to the heliopause, where the influence of the galactic environment starts to dominate over the magnetic field and particle flux from the sun. The distance and strength of the heliopause varies depending on the activity level of the solar wind. The heliopause in turn deflects away low-energy galactic cosmic rays, with this modulation effect peaking during solar maximum. The volume of interplanetary space is a nearly total vacuum, with a mean free path of about 1 astronomical unit at the orbital distance of the Earth. This space is not completely empty, and is sparsely filled with cosmic rays, which include ionized atomic nuclei and various subatomic particles. There's also gas, plasma, and dust, small meteors, and several dozen types of organic molecules discovered to date by microwave spectroscopy. Spectroscopy? One of those two. A cloud of interplanetary dust is visible at night as a faint band called the zodiacal light. They're inventing forms of words that I didn't know existed. Interplanetary space contains the magnetic field generated by the sun. There are also magnetospheres generated by planets such as Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, and the Earth that have their own magnetic fields. These are shaped by the influence of the solar wind into the approximation of a teardrop shape, with the long tail extending outward behind the planet. These magnetic fields can trap particles from the solar wind and other sources, creating belts of charged particles such as the Van Allen radiation belts. Guys, stop talking about toast. You're making me want toast too. Planets without magnetic fields, such as Mars, have their atmospheres gradually eroded by the solar wind. Interstellar space. Main article, Interstellar Medium. Interstellar space redirects here. For the album, see Interstellar Space. Thanks. Interstellar space is the physical space within a galaxy beyond the influence each star has upon the encompassed plasma. The contents of interstellar space are called the interstellar medium. Approximately 70% of the mass of the interstellar medium consists of lone hydrogen atoms. Most of the remainder consists of helium atoms. This is enriched with trace amounts of heavier atoms formed through stellar nucleosynthesis. These atoms are ejected into the interstellar medium by stellar winds, or when evolved stars begin to shed their outer envelopes, such as during the formation of a planetary nebula. The cataclysmic explosion of a supernova generates an expanding shock wave consisting of ejected materials that further enrich the medium. Just so you know, this reading is required for the green timepiece experience. If it is, then I feel like I could probably guarantee that I'm the first person to do that and read it out loud. There's no way there's anyone else who has been going for green timepieces who has given you this. This is unique content, guys. Only here can you watch someone read the entire outer space Wikipedia page in a hat and time. The density of matter in the interstellar medium can vary considerably. The average is around 10 to the 6th articles per cubic meter, but cold molecular clouds can hold 10 to the 8th to 10 to the 12th per cubic meter. A number of molecules exist in interstellar space, as can tiny 0.1 micrometer dust particles. The tally of molecules discovered through radio astronomy is steadily increasing at the rate of about 4 new species per year. That's kind of cool. That's awesome. Finding new molecules every year? That's sick. Large regions of higher density matter known as molecular clouds allow chemical reactions to occur, including the formation of organic polyatomic species. Much of this chemistry is driven by collisions. Energetic cosmic rays penetrate the cold, dense clouds and ionize hydrogen and helium, resulting, for example, in the trihydrogen cation. I had to remember how to pronounce that word. An ionized helium atom can then split relatively abundant carbon monoxide to produce ionized carbon, which in turn can lead to organic chemical reactions. Why do they call it an oven? Wonder, can you read that article next? Yeah. It's perfect to listen to while eating fermented wheat baked in an oven. I'm glad. The local interstellar medium is a region of space within 100 parsecs of the Sun, which is of interest both for its proximity and for its interaction with the solar system. This volume nearly coincides with a region of space known as the local bubble, which is characterized by a lack of dense cold clouds. It forms a cavity in the Orion arm of the Milky Way galaxy, with dense molecular clouds lying along the borders, such as those in the constellations of Ophiuchus and Taurus. Never heard of Ophiuchus before? The actual distance to the border of this cavity varies from 60 to 250 parsecs or more. This volume contains about 10 to the 4th to 10 to the 5th stars, and the local interstellar gas counterbalances the astropheres that surround these stars, with the volume of each sphere varying depending on the local density of the interstellar medium. Why is parsec the only unit they establish? Probably because it's irregular and specific to mostly this. Pretty much everything else is used across all sorts of physics, so I can see it. The local bubble contains dozens of warm interstellar clouds with temperatures of up to 7,000, I don't know why I said 7,000 Kelvin and radii of 0.5 to 5 parsecs. When stars are moving at sufficiently high peculiar velocities, their astropheres can generate bow shocks as they collide with the interstellar medium. Maybe bow shocks, don't know. For decades, it was assumed that the Sun had a bow shock. 2012 data from the Interstellar Boundary Explorer, IBEX, and NASA's Voyager probes show that the Sun's bow shock does not exist. Instead, these authors argue that a subsonic bow wave defines the transition from the solar wind flow to the interstellar medium. A bow shock is the third boundary of an astrosphere after the termination shock in the astropause called the heliopause of the solar system. Intergalactic space. Do I need to run an ad? No. I was tabbed over on the fast food thing still, so I couldn't see. Okay. Intergalactic space. Main articles: warm-hot intergalactic medium, intracluster medium, and intergalactic dust. Intergalactic space is the physical space between galaxies. Studies of the large-scale distribution of galaxies show that the universe is a foam-like structure, with groups and clusters of galaxies lying along filaments that occupy about a tenth of the total space. The remainder forms huge voids that are mostly empty of galaxies. Typically, a void spans the distance of 10 to 40 H? Question mark? H? They didn't get whatever that second character was. MPC. What is that, like macroparsecs? Where H is the Hubble constant in units of 100 kilometer... I can't translate that, man. You didn't do it here. Or the dimensionless Hubble constant. Surrounding and stretching between galaxies, there's a rarefied plasma that is organized in a galactic filamentary structure. This material is called the intergalactic medium, IgM. Density of the IgM is 5 to 200 times the average density of the universe. Oh my god. It consists mostly of ionized hydrogen, i.e. a plasma consisting of equal numbers of electrons and protons. As gas falls into the intergalactic medium from the voids, it heats up to temperatures of 10 to the 5th Kelvin to 10 to the 7th Kelvin, which is high enough so that collisions between atoms have enough energy to cause the bound electrons to escape from the hydrogen nuclei. This is why the IgM is ionized. At these temperatures, it is called the warm-hot intergalactic medium, WHIM. That's cool. That's a good acronym. They were thrilled to call it that. Although the plasma is very hot by terrestrial standards, 10 to the 5th Kelvin is often called warm in astrophysics. Computer simulations and observations indicate that up to half of the atomic matter in the universe might exist in this warm-hot rarefied state. Okay. I need to tell you what just happened to me. I'm starting to lose it. I looked at YouTube chat. I read they made that on a whim. I looked down at Twitch chat. I read Warm Hot Galaxy. And when trying to read either of those messages, my brain only thought to repeat the last thing that I said, which was rarefied state. I don't know how that even happens to someone. And anyways, yeah, Warm Hot Galaxy. That yeah, classic Galaxy level. Oh my god. When gas falls from the filamentary structures of the WHIM into the galaxy clusters, the intersections of the cosmic filaments can heat up even more, reaching temperatures of 10 to the 8th Kelvin and above in the so-called intracluster medium, the ICM. Sorry for frying your brain wonder? Don't worry, it's not your fault. Earth orbit. Main article, geocentric orbit. A spacecraft enters orbit... Here, I'm going to find where that is. I just want to check my progress. Where's the Earth orbit at? Let me find it. Come on, man. Oh, there's 34 instances of Earth orbit. Okay, I found my progress. Well, we're getting there. A spacecraft enters orbit when it's centripetal? Centripetal? One of those two. Acceleration due to gravity is less than or equal to this centrifugal acceleration due to the horizontal component of its velocity. For a low Earth orbit, this velocity is about 7,800 meters per second, or 28,100 kilometers per hour, or 17,400 miles per hour. By contrast, the fastest piloted airplane speed ever achieved, excluding speeds achieved by deorbiting spacecraft, was 2,200 meters per second, which is 7,900 kilometers per hour, or 4,900 miles per hour. You didn't need to specify. In 1967, by the North American X-15. Second pronunciation was right. Thank you, Bragg. To achieve an orbit, a spacecraft must travel faster than a suborbital spaceflight. The energy required to reach Earth orbital velocity at an altitude of 600 kilometers, or 370 miles, is about 36... I don't know, macro joules? I want to say that a capital M is macro, but I have nothing backing that up. Which is 6 times... Oh, per kilogram, sorry. Which is 6 times the energy needed merely to climb to the corresponding altitude. Spacecraft with a perigee below about 2,000 kilometers, 1,200 miles, are subject to drag from the Earth's atmosphere, which decreases the orbital altitude. The rate of orbital decay depends on the satellite's cross-sectional area and mass, as well as variations in the air density of the upper atmosphere. Below about 300 kilometers, or 190 miles, decay becomes more rapid with lifetimes measured in days. Once a satellite descends to 180 kilometers, or 110 miles, it has only hours before it vaporizes in the atmosphere. The escape velocity required to pull free of Earth's gravitational field altogether and move into interplanetary space is about 11,200 meters per second, which is 40,300 kilometers per hour, or 25,100 miles per hour. I don't know why they keep listing both of those measurements afterwards. I only need the one. Boundary. Okay, this is good. I can take a drink of water. Boundary. Could be mega. Oh, true. Megajoules. Famous measurement. Oh, welcome back, Ron. For the boundary of the universe, see observable universe. There's no clear boundary between the Earth's atmosphere and space, as the density of the atmosphere gradually decreases as the altitude increases. There are several other boundary designations, namely, 1. The Fédération Aéronautique Internationale has established the Kármán line at an altitude of 100 kilometers, or 62 miles, as a working definition for the boundary between aeronautics and astronautics. This is used because at an altitude of about 100 kilometers, or 62 miles, as Theodore von Kármán calculated, a vehicle would have to travel faster than orbital velocity to derive sufficient aerodynamic lift from the atmosphere to support itself. 2. The United States designates people who travel above an altitude of 50 miles, or 80 kilometers, as astronauts. 3. NASA's space shuttle used 400,000 feet, 122 kilometers, or 76 miles, thank you, as its re-entry altitude, termed the entry interface, which roughly marks the boundary where atmospheric drag becomes noticeable, thus huge, beginning the process of switching from steering with thrusters to maneuvering with aerodynamic control surfaces. In 2009, scientists reported detailed measurements with a suprathermal ion imager. That sounds sick! An instrument that measures the direction and speed of ions, which allow them to establish a boundary at 118 kilometers, or 73.3 miles above Earth. The boundary represents the midpoint of a gradual transition over tens of kilometers from the relatively gentle winds of the Earth's atmosphere to the more violent flows of charged particles in space, which can reach speeds well over 268 meters per second, or 600 miles per hour. Legal status. Yeah? Main article, Space Law. See also Bogota Declaration. The Outer Space Treaty provides the basic framework for international space law. It covers the legal use of outer space by nation-states and includes in its definition of outer space the moon and other celestial bodies. The treaty states that outer space is free for all nation-states to explore and is not subject to claims of national sovereignty, calling outer space the province of all mankind. This status as a common heritage of mankind has been used, though not without opposition, likely from the United States, to enforce the right to access and shared... Sorry, that bit wasn't in there. I should say that for the people who aren't paying attention. But it probably should have been. To enforce the right to access and shared use of outer space for all nations equally, particularly non-spacefaring nations. Also prohibits the development of nuclear weapons in outer space. The treaty was passed by the United Nations General Assembly in 1963 and signed in 1967 by the USSR, the United States of America, and the United Kingdom. As of 2017, 105 state parties have either ratified or acceded the treaty. An additional 25 states signed the treaty without ratifying it. Since 1958, outer space has been the subject of multiple United Nations resolutions. Of these, more than 50 have been concerning the international cooperation in the peaceful uses of outer space and preventing an arms race in space. 4 additional space law treaties have been negotiated and drafted by the UN's Committee on the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space. Still, there remains no legal prohibition against deploying conventional weapons in space, and anti-satellite weapons have been successfully tested by the US, USSR, China, and in 2019, India. The 1979 Moon Treaty turned the jurisdiction of all heavenly bodies, including the orbits around such bodies, over to the international community. Can't wait for Phoenix Wright Space Attorney. Greg, that's so cool. That needs to happen. I need to adjust the way I'm sitting. Sorry. The treaty has not been ratified by any nation that currently practices human spaceflight. Uh-huh. Yeah. In 1976, 8 equatorial states, Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil, Congo, Zaire? Haven't even heard of that one. Uganda, Kenya, and Indonesia, but in Bogota, Colombia. With their declaration of the first meeting of equatorial countries, or the Bogota Declaration, they claimed control of the segment of the geosynchronous orbital path corresponding to each country. These claims are not internationally accepted. There is a case about astronauts in Ace Attorney 5. Oh, nice. Hope there's a part about pooping in space where the poop just float up out of the toilet. First of all, good question, Bebe. Second of all, I'm so sorry. You don't... That's not how it is. It's much worse. Discovery, exploration, and applications. See also space science. Discovery. In 350 BCE, Greek philosopher... Oh my god, we're starting far in the past. In 350 BCE, Greek philosopher Aristotle suggested that nature abhors a vacuum, a principle that became known as the horror vacui. This concept built upon a 5th century BCE ontological argument by the Greek philosopher Parmenides, who denied the possible existence of a void in space. Based on this idea that a vacuum could not exist, in the West it was widely held for many centuries that space could not be empty. As late as the 17th century, the French philosopher René Descartes argued that the entirety of space must be filled. In ancient China, the 2nd century astronomer Zhang Heng became convinced that space must be infinite, extending well beyond the mechanism that supported the sun and the stars. The surviving books of the Suan-Ye school said that the heavens were boundless, empty of void and substance. Likewise, the sun, moon, and the company of stars float in the empty space, moving or standing still. You really want to know absolutely how do astronauts go to the bathroom? I'm not going to tell you here, but it isn't good. The Italian scientist Galileo Galilei, or is it Galilei? I'm going to say Galilei. I think it's Galilei. Knew that air had mass and so was subject to gravity. In 1640, he demonstrated that an established force resisted the formation of a vacuum. It would remain for his pupil Evangelista Torricelli. What? That's the coolest name of all time. To create an apparatus that would produce a partial vacuum in 1643. I'm so glad you remembered. You deserve it. This experiment resulted in the first mercury barometer and created a scientific sensation in Europe. The French mathematician Blaise Pascal reasoned that if the column of mercury was supported by air, then the column ought to be shorter at higher altitude where the air pressure is lower. In 1648, his brother-in-law Florent Perrier repeated the experiment on the Puy de Dôme mountain in central France, and found that the column was shorter by 3 inches. This decrease in pressure was further demonstrated by carrying a half-full balloon up a mountain and watching it gradually expand, then contract upon descent. In 1650, German scientist Otto von Guericke constructed the first vacuum pump, a device that would further refute the principle of horror vacui. Correctly noted that the atmosphere of the Earth surrounds the planet like a shell, with the density gradually declining with altitude. He concluded that there must be a vacuum between the Earth and the Moon. Back in the 15th century, German theologian, whatever, man, Nicolaus Cusanus speculated that the universe lacked a center and a circumference. He believed that the universe, while not infinite, could not be held as finite as it lacked any bounds within which it could be contained. These ideas led to speculations as to the infinite dimension of space by the Italian philosopher Giordano Bruno in the 16th century. He extended the Copernican heliocentric cosmology to the concept of an infinite universe filled with a substance he called ether, which did not resist the motion of heavenly bodies. They're really stretching my ability to pronounce things to the limit here. English philosopher William Gilbert That one's nice and simple. Arrived at a similar conclusion, arguing that the stars are visible to us only because they're surrounded by a thin ether or a void. This concept of an ether originated with ancient Greek philosophers, including Aristotle, who conceived of it as the medium through which the heavenly bodies move. The concept of a universe filled with a luminiferous ether, that's cool, retained support among some scientists until the early 20th century. This form of ether was viewed as the medium through which light could propagate. In 1887, the Michelson-Morley experiment tried to detect the Earth's motion through this medium by looking for changes in the speed of light depending on the direction of the planet's motion. I feel like I remember studying that. There's a lot of things that I've recognized in this because of school, but that one specifically I felt like bringing up because it was really specific. The null result indicated something was wrong with the concept. The idea of the luminiferous ether was then abandoned. It's replaced by Albert Einstein's theory of special relativity, which holds that the speed of light in a vacuum is a fixed constant, independent of the observer's motion or frame of reference. The first professional astronomer to support the concept of an infinite universe was the Englishman Thomas Digges in 1576. But the scale of the universe remained unknown until the first successful measurement of the distance to a nearby star in 1838 by the German astronomer Friedrich Bessel. He showed that the star system 61 Cygni had a parallax of just 0.31 arc seconds, compared to the modern value of 0.287, I'm assuming arc seconds. That font is also different than the other one that I've seen, which is scary. This corresponds to the distance of over 10 light years. In 1917, Heber Curtis noted that novae in spiral nebulae were on average 10 magnitudes fainter than galactic novae, suggesting that the former are 100 times further away. I think that 133 is supposed to be blue. If you could get on updating this, fixing that, might want to do it. Distance to the Andromeda Galaxy was determined in 1923 by American astronomer Edwin Hubble by measuring the brightness of Cepheid variables in that galaxy, a new technique discovered by Henrietta Leavitt. Okay. That's another word I'm going to look up. Cepheid? Oh, it's specific to this. Okay, that's not a new word. It's just a term for this. It is established that the Andromeda Galaxy, and by extension all galaxies, lay well outside the Milky Way. The modern concept of outer space is based on the Big Bang cosmology, first proposed in 1931 by the Belgian physicist Georges Lemaitre. That's quite the name there. I'm not Belgian, I apologize. This theory holds that the universe originated from a very dense form that has since undergone continuous expansion. The earliest known estimate of the temperature of outer space was by the Swiss physicist Charles E. Guillaume in 1896. Using the estimated radiation of the background stars, he concluded that space must be heated to a temperature of 5 to 6 Kelvin. British physicist Arthur Eddington made a similar calculation to derive a temperature of 3.818 Kelvin, in 1926. German physicist Erich Wegener used the total measured energy of cosmic rays to estimate an intergalactic temperature of 2.8 Kelvin in 1933. American physicists Ralph Affner and Robert Herman predicted 5 Kelvin for the temperature of space in 1948, based on the gradual decrease in background energy following the then-new Big Bang theory. The modern measurement of the cosmic microwave background is about 2.7 Kelvin. The term outward space was used in 1842 by the English poet Lady Emmeline Stewart Wortley, that's a cool name too, in her poem The Maiden of Moscow. The expression outer space was used as an astronomical term by Alexander von Humboldt in 1845. It was later popularized in the writings of H.G. Wells in 1901. The shorter term space is older, first used to mean the region beyond Earth's sky in John Milton's Paradise Lost in 1667. That's interesting. Exploration and application. I'm into this, by the way. Main article, Space Exploration and Human Presence in Space. See also astronautics, spaceflight, benefits of space exploration, Earth observation, commercialization of space, human spaceflight, and space habitation. For most of human history, space was explored by observations made from the Earth's surface, initially with the unaided eye and then with the telescope. Before reliable rocket technology, the closest that humans had come to reaching outer space was through balloon flights. We can tell. Oh, I'm glad. In 1935, the U.S. Explorer 2 crew balloon flight reached an altitude of 22 kilometers or 14 miles. So it's greatly exceeded in 1942 when the third launch of the German A4 rocket climbed to an altitude of about 80 kilometers or 50 miles. In 1957, the uncrewed satellite Sputnik 1 was launched by a Russian R-7 rocket, achieving Earth orbit at an altitude of 215 to 939 kilometers or 134 to 538 miles. This was followed by the first human spaceflight in 1961, when Yuri Gagarin was sent into orbit on Vostok 1. Almost just said shot. First humans to escape low Earth orbit were Frank Borman, Jim Lovell, and William Anders in 1968, where the U.S. Apollo 8, which achieved lunar orbit and reached a maximum distance of 377,349 kilometers, or 234,474 miles from the Earth. I think I've been reading for a whole hour now. I'm pretty sure we're there, and if we're not, then we're close. The first spacecraft to reach escape velocity was the Soviet Luna 1, which performed a flyby of the Moon in 1959. In 1961, Venera 1 became the first planetary probe. It revealed the presence of the solar wind and performed the first flyby of Venus, although contact was lost before reaching Venus. The first successful planetary mission was the 1962 flyby of Venus by Mariner 2. The first flyby of Mars was Mariner 4 in 1964. Since that time, uncrewed spacecraft have successfully examined each of the solar system's planets, as well as their moons and many minor planets and comets. They remain a fundamental tool for the exploration of outer space, as well as for observation of the Earth. In August 2012, Voyager 1 became the first man-made object to leave the solar system and enter interstellar space. The absence of air makes outer space an ideal location for astronomy at all wavelengths of the electromagnetic spectrum. This is evidenced by the spectacular pictures sent back by the Hubble Space Telescope, allowing light from more than 13 billion years ago, almost at the time of the Big Bang, to be observed. Wonderfish Book Club? That's what this has turned into. Hope you like it. Not every location in space is ideal for a telescope. The interplanetary zodiacal dust emits a diffuse, near-infrared radiation that can mask the emission of faint sources such as extrasolar planets. Moving an infrared telescope out past the dust increases its effectiveness. Likewise, a site like the Daedalus crater on the far side of the Moon could shield a radio telescope from the radio frequency interference that hampers Earth-based observations. Uncrewed spacecraft in Earth orbit are an essential technology of modern civilization. They allow direct monitoring of weather conditions, relay long-range communications like television, provide a means of precise navigation, and allow remote sensing of the Earth. The latter role serves a wide variety of purposes, including tracking soil moisture for agriculture, prediction of water outflow from seasonal snowpacks, detection of diseases in plants and trees, and surveillance of military activities. That's great. Deep vacuum of space can make it an attractive environment for certain industrial processes, such as those requiring ultra-clean surfaces. Like asteroid mining, space manufacturing would require a large financial investment with little prospect of immediate return. An important factor in the total expense is the high cost of placing mass into Earth orbit, $8,000 to $26,000 per kilogram, according to a 2006 estimate, allowing for inflation since then. The cost of access to space has declined since 2013. Partially reusable rockets such as the Falcon 9 have lowered access to space below $3,500 per kilogram. With these new rockets, the cost to send materials into space remains prohibitively high for many industries. Proposed concepts for addressing this issue include fully reusable launch systems, non-rocket space launch, momentum exchange tethers, and space elevators. Interstellar travel for a human crew remains at present only a theoretical possibility. The distances to the nearest stars mean it would require new technological developments and the ability to safely sustain crews for journeys lasting several decades. For example, the Daedalus Project study, which proposes spacecraft powered by the fusion of deuterium and helium-3, require 36 years to reach the nearby Alpha Centauri system. Other proposed interstellar propulsion systems include light sails, ramjets, and beam-powered propulsion. More advanced propulsion systems could use antimatter as a fuel, potentially reaching relativistic velocities. See also: Earth's location in the universe, list of government space agencies, list of topics in space, outline of space science, panspermia, space and survival, space environment, space race, space station, space technology, space weather, space weathering, timeline of knowledge about the interstellar and intergalactic medium, timeline of solar system exploration, timeline of spaceflight. References. Wait a minute. That's the end. I'm not reading the references. I don't hate you guys that much. Done already? I wanted to hear more. I thought there was a lot more. They've actually added a lot to the Wikipedia page. At least I think they have, if I paid enough attention. Oh, they've added a little bit. I'm not gonna read what they have added. We're just here to get the green. I'm gonna start going a little faster. Already got the green? Yeah. But I didn't really get the green because I didn't really experience the level, which I've done now. There's a couple of these. Few references. This has to be... Please take a moment to prepare yourself as the test will begin momentarily. Distance between 2 points is the space between it. Hit arcade game Space Invaders, released in 1978. This text is a waste of space. I remember that. Remion is filled with a lot of empty space. Satellites are often launched into outer space. Otter's button on the QWERTY keyboard is the spacebar. Core trapped within the Wheatley is the space core. Or with Wheatley, sorry. I think I said within the Wheatley, which is just not right. In a Portal 2, Wheatley is trapped in outer space. Answer question number 3 was... space. Train A traveling at 60 meters per hour. Meters per hour? Dog. They're never getting there. Meters per hour? Holy cow. Those people are going to die before they reach their destination. Train A traveling at 60 meters per hour leaves New York for Dallas at 6 p.m. Train B traveling at 90 meters per hour also leaves New York for Dallas at 9 p.m. Train C leaves Dallas for New York at 9 p.m. All three trains meet at the same time between New York and Dallas. What is the speed of Train C? The distance between Dallas and New York is 1,260 miles. Can I just say space? You've passed the test. Please prepare to move on. Real test will begin now. Please note, the answers will take up the entire given space. The number of spaces and the answers will be given to you. One space. I think it was... Is that work? I don't know. I thought I remember 5 Kelvin. I don't know how exactly they want me to input these. Should I put, like, the full words or the abbreviations? The thing with, like, the temperature of space was they walked me through, like, the history of people figuring it out. So I don't remember what it was exactly. Yeah, I would think so too. Like, I don't know. What could be... Oh, it's a percentage. Okay, I read that whole thing. How many times did I mention dark matter? 7. What? I don't think it says. I don't think it says. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that too, Link. It just says most. It's just I don't know. Oh, the sources. Maybe I can check the sources. 20 dark matter makes up. Okay. Turns out that roughly 68% of the universe is dark energy. Dark matter makes up about 27%. Can I not enter the percent? Oh my god, it wasn't working. That was freaking me out. They said that like instantly. $100. Yeah. Why does it have 3 lines in the blank, but then 5 lines here? Space? I don't know. I'm looking at the thing again. I'm not going to be able to find this in there. Should I just say space? This has to not matter. There's no way they actually make you pay attention to it. But I want to get them right anyways. I believe it actually matters. What? Yeah, I'm looking up all instances of extends. Why does this song have Gaster's theme in it? I don't like that. Hello, Zero Ultima. Hat mods? Yep. We're answering space questions right now. I don't know what outer space extends beyond. This is so... Surely the answer is space? Earth? I don't know. Remember playing this spamming through, then at the end they said I got something wrong and it replays the whole article? If they start replaying the whole article, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go with Earth. Okay, that one I can surely find. Half. It also says about half. That's probably what it is. It fits in there. Okay. Infinite? No. It says the size of the whole universe is unknown. And it might be infinite in extent. All right. I guess it's unknown. 5.9 protons per cubic meter. Okay. Oh. One space? Okay. Gravitational attraction, of course. Obviously. That one's just too easy. One space. One space? How? I didn't think so. I can't find anything here that's one space. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. Yeah, sure, Link. Give me this one. I've got these all so far. No, I had that too. In terms of the... Oh, was it just kinetic activity? That doesn't tell you what it is. That question sucks. That one's bad. That's not good at all. Kinetic activity doesn't make any sense. Because you're not specifying what it is. That's not good at all. This test isn't even good. I'm putting my all into this, and they are not following through. Do I do a space between that and the UG? Earlier, I had to type something in just the word. Unless I got that wrong, too. I might have got it wrong. Whatever. If I get anything wrong, it's because this test sucks. And I say that 70% genuinely.
What is the name of the region of outer space near Earth?
It's like geospace. I bet I can get that without even looking it up. I am gonna check though. Dang it, there is one space. Gosh dang it. No! Why did that... Oh my god! That just submitted it. I wasn't... Piece of garbage. I specifically right-clicked. I specifically right-clicked so that it wouldn't submit it, and it submitted it. The word space in it. Yeah, there we go. Any click submits? Dang, that I can't look it up once I've typed it in. Okay, well, I have to look up all the instances of the moon because I can't find this right away. Whatever. I don't remember this. It was some force. Well, I can't find it. I've already failed anyways because I definitely got that one question wrong because I submitted it on accident. Ugh. Lagrange points? Yeah, let me see. Oh, that fits. Sure, whatever.
Geospace is populated by what?
Okay. Electrically charged particles. Which, once again, doesn't get the whole point across, because it's specifically at very low densities. Stupid question. That has to be right. I remember that one. No, there's one space. Hold on. It's deep space. I don't remember that one. Do you see how bad this test is? Not a single instance of Joe on the Wikipedia page, even to this day. They're just asking about things that aren't even there now.
During what century did humans first explore space using high-five balloons?
That's crazy. Yeah, it's 20th. I believe it's 20th century. Yeah. What is a vacuum containing a... Are you talking about space? Because you sure didn't specify. This test sucks. It's just bad. It's just not good. I don't think this even exists on here. This isn't on the Wikipedia page. So I just don't know what they're talking about. What word would even go in front of vacuum? It has to be two short words. No, Mario Kart doesn't fit. There's only 8 spaces. Yeah, so if it's deep, then I guess if it's deep, then the only word that could follow would be low. Right? Deep was also the only word I was thinking of. And I know that they used low density particles a few times. It's probably that. That was that one treaty. It's like the Pagoda something. Does the Pagoda Declaration fit? Okay, no, it's a different thing. The Book of Spinted Declaration. Oh, just the outer space treaty? Okay. Oh my god, man! What? The Soviet Luna 1? Okay, it's in 2 spaces. My bad test. That one was my fault. Greater than 70, but less than 100. Gosh darn right I did! Good level. I bet you I got the first question wrong with 5 Kelvin. There might have been another one in there, but that one I'm certain I got wrong. Because they clearly wanted numbers not typed out as the whole words. I also got geospace wrong, because I typed that in thinking I was cool, and I was wrong. How was the stream? Yeah. I really liked the second half of it. I thought the second half of it was a lot of fun. Done the Declaration 3 greens? Nope. I still have to do those at some point. I'll probably do them sometime soon because this game has been so unbelievably mean to me, and I'm getting really tired of it. The last one of these was also awful. It was a miserable experience. That I haven't missed it then? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'll probably do them soon. Well, I'm glad that I could learn so much about space today. That test was bad, though. That test was not good. Quaver? It's true. I've worked tomorrow, so I'm gonna go. Right, meow. Have a good one. Oh my gosh. Sleep well, Catwish. Good luck getting to work. I believe in you. Unbeeble? It's true. That's what I've got on here. Sure, I'm gonna forget everything about space in this stream tomorrow. That's okay. Awesome. You know exactly where to find all the information again. These greens were ungreenable today? Yeah. Yeah. No, when my highlight was reading the space Wikipedia page in a hat and time for an hour and then doing a test on it, something's not right. Something's wrong. Anyways, I think I need to not talk anymore, so I'm going to go. Next week will probably be more Densh Attack and more Scarlet Nexus, should things work out. So, yeah. See you guys then. Thank you for listening to me talk about space. Before I go, I do want to say, I think it's genuinely awesome. This isn't something I normally like to talk about, because, you know, it's not great. But, the viewer count was the most stable for the entire hour that I talked about space. And that means a lot to me. Thank you, guys.